Hello everyone, welcome back to the Robo Samurai channel, and today I'm going to be bringing you an unboxing, opening, everything for this thing. I just picked this up at Target. It is the Coronation Starscream. It is the Studio Series Coronation Starscream, and this is what the box looks like. It's just a picture. There's no clear or anything. This is, by the way, a leader class. It is also number 8612, and there he is with the big smirk on his face, and there's the back here. So let's get this thing open. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and split this here. There we go. And then, there we are. Let's pull this thing out and see what we got. Now, of course, this is probably just going to be, well, it's going to be Earthrise Starscream with a throne and some extra accessories. But let's go on ahead and pull this out, and you'll see that the insert here is... let's see what we got. Okay, let's take a look at that background there. Oh, there it is. I don't think there's anything else in the box. Whoop, there's some stuff. All right, great. All right, and then you get the instructions. Coronation Starscream, and then you have this here. You always get this. This is a sheet telling you it's a choking hazard in like 1,000 languages. Okay. And that looks pretty cool. It looks a lot like the movie. Scene. I'm going to leave that right there. Okay, let's undo these. Oh, wow, check that out. It's got like a plastic cape here. Let's rip this unceremoniously here. Paper ties, which I think is good. All right. Which one? This one? This one. Okay. Let's cut these off and get them out of the packaging. Wait. There's one. There's two. There's three. I prefer paper ties. They're so much easier to deal with. And there's the throne. Ooh. And what else we got here? Oh, we got Starscream. And let's see here. Starscream. Okay. There we go. What? Oh, didn't cut one all the way? Let me solve that problem right now. All right, there we go. See you later. Okay. Ooh. Well, there's Starscream. And let's take a look here. He's Starscream. Yeah, there you go. And that's pretty cool looking. And he is exactly that. He is Earthrise Starscream. Let's take a look at his bag. There's something wrapped in paper here. What is that? And we'll dump this out and toss this. These are the shoulder pads, I'm guessing. Huh? Let's see. Okay. Okie doke. Oh, wow. Lots of things. All sorts of things. And then that's it, I hope. All right. Okay, making a mess here. Okay, great. And so you get the throne or whatever. So, and if you look, it's got the Decepticon symbol molded into it. That's pretty cool, huh? And it's fairly solid. This is that's a nice piece. Yeah, that's really cool. I mean, there's hollow down here, but I'm wondering if this, these ports here are for storage of things. So I guess you should look at the instructions and I can find out. So he comes with his normal guns. We'll call them null rays because that's what they are. And then he comes with these, which these are painted. They're blue on the undercoat, but they're painted gray, which is an interesting choice. So these are, they're very similar, but not exactly the same. Interesting choice. So I wonder why we went with these. Oh, I have an idea. Maybe it's so you can make room for all this other stuff. He comes with this crown. And there's that. All right. And oh, that's painted. It's blue. but it's gold painted, so just FYI. And then these shoulder pads. So, yeah, and then there's some kind of angled hinge thing here, and I have no idea what that's for. And then there's this here. So let's see here. What do the instructions tell us? Because essentially, that's what it is. It's like all this stuff here. So you can store all this stuff on the back. Excuse me, guys. You can store the crown, the guns, and then the two IC. So these here, the second set of guns, it looks like, it appears that these here are, they're to be mounted like this onto here, or whoop, maybe the other direction. Let's see here. I think maybe like this, so that he can make room for his arms or something. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. And when they show you storing these, they show that you can just kind of put them in here. Let's see here. Okay, so these look like the angle, and they do. So you can kind of angle these because they're on a pin here. And then you can do something like this. And according to the directions, you should be able to take that and put these here. Yep, so you can put one here. And so you can kind of store them like this. This is, although I think this is a little awkward, quite frankly. I think that's weird. But it's an option, and that's what they're suggesting. So, oh, like that. So you just got guns sticking out of the back of the throne. Okay, sure. All right, that looks good. All right, let's do this one here. Yeah, they're not too hard to maneuver and manipulate around, but so this is what the instructions literally tell you to do to store these things in here. So you put this here, that there, and like that. Okay. And then you're supposed to put the crown here. It'll store here. Yeah. So there's a little peg up here, by the way, if you didn't notice. It's kind of like there's a little peg here, there's a little peg space here, and you just plug that into there. So there's that. Although no, it won't scratch it up. So there's enough space between the throne and the crown to where you're not scratching the paint up. So that's good. And then they say, hey, you can stick these here. This is his regular no-race guns. So this is kind of what they're showing you. It's like, hey, you could do that and put those there. And then you can put this here. So this kind of folds out like this. Okay. And then there's a peg here, and then you can put this and just peg that in there. And that's it. So it doesn't really show off much here. And then they say you can take Starscream and you can put and bend his legs thusly, and he can sit on this throne of his. Okay. And that's what they show you. They show you, hey, yeah, this is how he looks sitting on his throne. Yeah, because this is the reason why you showed up today. You can put that there, and let's see here. Can we do this? Let's try this. That's the reason why I showed up today. I was surprised to even see this. So I guess like that. It doesn't quite fit on the diorama the way you might think. Okay, but not too bad. Or you can kind of like just set it in front of it like this, maybe. Okie doke. So, and yeah, let's take a look. So this is the regular Earthrise Starscream, yeah, which I still have. And we can do some comparisons here. First of all, he's going to be able to sit on that throne. So, and there's no chance that I'm going to mix these up. The joints are, by the way, just as tight on this as they are the other ones. This is still weird, though. It's not like it just kind of works where he sits down on this. So, there. So, yeah, not bad. I mean, it all works. Let's straighten these out. And let's see if the differences are between these. Well, first of all, right off the bat, I noticed that the Decepticon symbols on the wings, the one on this one, the Coronation Starscream, much bigger and a little bit better defined. So that's cool. We also do have the face, the head sculpts are the same. I did not swap out any of the heads. I know some people have, and that's cool. You can do that, but I just left them. The wrists, if you didn't notice on the Coronation Starscream, have this. They're molded differently, like this, instead of just round and gripping. They're kind of like this. He's like touching his thumb to his finger. So, not entirely sure what that was for. And I can see some paint differences here on Coronation versus this one here. So when we transform them, we'll compare. But this red also seems to be just a little bit deeper on this one versus this one here. Outside of that, I don't really see much of a difference between the two. Actually, there is a big difference here with the wings. Here, these wings don't have the detail on the Coronation Starscream. It's just blue. So I guess they're trying to make it more animation accurate. So, yeah, that's what they look like. And there isn't any weird scuffing or anything like that on these. So not that I care. I have not cleaned the scuffing off of any of them, although I could. So yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. So let's go put this guy aside here. And let's compare him to, although this is a normal comparison, this is Earthrise Megatron. And I don't think Earthrise Megatron will be able to sit in this throne. I don't think Starscream built it for him, so it's okay. I mean, if you wanted to, and you wanted to put Megatron in here, and just have him, you know, being all Megatron, yeah, you could do it. It's not bad, actually. Yeah, sure, why not? Maybe that's a little decent, because who wants Starscream sitting on the throne, honestly? All right, so let's take a look here. Let's take a look at the figure with the things on it. So we'll go ahead and put those on. So let's take off this and see what they tell us about putting the cape on. I think these shoulder pads. Okay, and then these are the normal null rays, if you will. And they will fit just fine. And that's the normal way that you would see this. And this is what essentially Earthrise looks like. So it's the same thing. No big difference here. But that's not the reason why you got this figure. That's not the reason why I got this figure. I got this figure because I wanted to see what it would be like to do this. So yeah, this is the correct position here, is to spin this joint out so that you can plug this into here. So you got that, and then you have this. I guess this is it. Ooh, I'm not really, that's not bad. I guess it's okay. All right, let's do this one. Ooh. All right, there. And all right, so I suppose that's the way it's supposed to look. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, that's it. That's basically it. So there's his shoulder pads, and then there is the cape, which is a pinkish color here. And where is that gonna go? Oh, it's a little off center if you look. See here? So and then there's the post. So it's got this divot here. And that's so I think you can just plug it into that hole right here, and it can, you got some room for that. So, and then let's see here. Whoa. Yeah, this thing came straight out. Let's see if we can't secure it a little bit more. Okay, so. Alright, Starscream. The last thing you wore before you cease to be. So, yeah, you could do this number here. It doesn't really do too much else. Alright, so you can kind of do this. That's not bad, actually. Not bad at all. So we've got that. And then, of course, his crown. There we go. And that'll fit right on top, I believe. All right. Right there. Okay, so there it is. That's what you get with Coronation Starscream. And yeah, I guess it's not too bad. If this is something that you want to collect, then that's going to be up to you. Especially if you already have the other, Earthrise Starscream. I mean, it's essentially, no, it's not essentially. It is the same. There is really no difference. And outside of all the accessories. However, the accessories are pretty cool, I will admit. So, I mean, that is it. And I mean, you know, you've got, here's Earthrise right here, and you've got that, and that's gonna kind of be like this. Yeah, so you can kind of tell the differences there. And will all this fit on here? I'm pretty sure it will. It's exactly the same, so you're not going to be able to do anything else with it. You only have one set, so, you know, but, and this is really shiny painted. It's just kind of noticing that here. And this in here is not as shiny. So there you go. But let's see here. And I'm sure that there are 3D printed versions of these that you can find. Let's see how this looks. Yep, see, it's all the same, guys, all the same. So let's go on ahead and take off the accessories, transform him into his jet mode, see if he has anything different. And no, he's not going to be able to sit in that throne with all this stuff on. So let's move Earthrise Starscream out of the way, and then we'll take off these. And the transformation is relatively simple. So what you got is you're going to take the hands, the arms, the hands, everything like that. Fold those up. You'll also take this here, and then you'll collapse this into here, and then we'll close that up and fold it in like that. Same here, and then just do this. This little thing is going to go inside that hole there, so make sure that you give it plenty of room. You should see that sticking out when you're done. So, okay, so, yep, and then we're going to go on ahead, and there's this catch joint right here, and what you want to do is you want to just, whoops, you know, kind of break it. Yeah, break it. No, you're going to pull this back and pull that back. Then you're going to snap this over like that. Pull this up, rotate, pull it back. And then you're going to take these with the arms and the wrists folded up and fold the arms all the way in like that. So we've got that sitting right here. And then, yeah, it doesn't sit as nicely. Yeah, it's fine. Yep. The molded hands, the newly molded hands, they don't make much of a difference here. So go ahead and close it back up with these there, and should snap into place like that. There we go. The next thing you want to do is you're going to pull these down, and they're kind of pegged in here. And then we're going to take this and we're going to collapse these. And this, by the way, the back of these here, if you look very carefully, there's this, let's see if I can get this focused properly. There is a peg that goes in there, and that's how you secure the leg. It really helps, but it's really hard to do even on the other ones. So you undo that, go on ahead and collapse this in, and then do the same on the other side. Collapse them in, snap them together. Okay, and then you'll go on ahead, make sure that these legs are pushed all the way in, close that up. And actually, you can close these up, lifting up the skirt here, close that up all the way, and then tab these things together. There we go. Collapse his feet together, lift up this, and then what you're going to find is that you're going to want to lift this up and take it and plug it in there. Do the same thing on this side. And it's easy to do because they're on the same joint that gives him his ankle rocker. So there's that. Close these up, and then go on ahead and take these wings, fold them down, fold them over here, lock those in place. Do the same thing here. Push this down, lock that in place. Oops. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. These are kind of loose. The wings are kind of a little loose on here. So fold these down. And there you go. Yep, push that in so that's all kind of nice and smooth and together. And there's, oh, yep, fold the skirt down, or the hip skirt. And there's Starscream, Coronation Starscream in his alt mode. And he looks pretty good. Although here, you know, the Decepticon symbols feel like that they're way off the center. But that's okay. I'm all right with that. So, yeah, that's what those are there. And, I mean, when you're talking about Earthrise Starscream, it's going to be the same deal, right? So, you're going to find out that they have the Decepticon symbols are a little bit smaller, but they're still way off here on the sides. So, yeah. So, I would say that this here is a... Oh, and one thing we didn't do is we take these guns here and you mount them on the underside of the wings. So, and they're like that. There we go. Yeah, and that kind of completes the look there. So you get his throne, you get the crown, you get the two sets here. And by the way, these things don't store anywhere on him. I mean, you might be able to put those on there, but I'm not sure. The throne is a place you're supposed to store all this stuff. So his shoulder pads like that, and the guns that go with the shoulder pads, and of course his cape. And those are the things that you get that are extra with this figure, as well as that background. But in all essence, it's the same exact figure as the Earthrise Starscream. So would I recommend this as a purchase? If you cannot find the other Starscream, I would recommend it. It does cost more because you're getting all the extra stuff. You know, however, if, you know, or if you're a completist and you're like, you know, I have to have every version of Starscream, you know, or you happen to like the colors on this mold a little bit better, you know, that might be a reason why you would get it. But mind you, it does cost more, and I don't know if you can still find the Starscream figure. It appeared to be plenteous at one time, you know, and so that was maybe, you know, if you can still find it and you want to pay that I think it was like $30, around $30 for it, you know, versus the $50 that this is, 50 US dollars, I'll just put it that way. Yeah, you might want to consider buying that. However, if you have this real need to do the whole movie scene, you know. Oh, by the way, here's what it looks like next to Galvatron. I totally forgot about this piece here, but you know, if you'd like, you can always just take him and you know, smash his crown. Anyone else care to fill his shoes? Ha ha! Oops, hey, he's falling down. So yeah, you could do that. Maybe that's something you would like to do. So anyway, so yeah, there it is. And oh, just as a last piece of comparison, here he is with the there's the Earthrise Starscream, and as you can see, these figures are identical. I mean, they are the same mold. The only paint differences are that tail detail on the wings. But everything is exactly the same, guys. So, you know, if that's something that you want to do, then yeah, go for it. Again, you might want to consider buying a third party. And if you don't have the other the Earthrise Starscream, I would say definitely get this one then, you know. So there we go. So thanks for joining me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you can help my channel, subscribe to the channel. It helps me out quite a bit. And I will talk to you guys later.